Briefly tell us about the first lesson you recorded for the practicum. Include information that answers the following two questions. In which of the Rigor Relevance framework quadrants were activities you observed? I observed a 12th grade Algebra 2 class, and the Rigor and Relevant framework for me in the first half of the block was quadrant B, application. In the first half of the block, students called on prior knowledge and division, and they were pretty quickly able to solve polynomial division problems when dividing by a monomial. They called on prior knowledge in all of the orders of operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. The second half of the block, students were taught and guided through the steps of synthetic division. That's a step up. This is where polynomials are divided by binomials. By the end of the class, students were routinely able to analyze and solve problems and create solutions. Therefore, I thought they obtained in quadrant C for the second half of the block. As far as depth of knowledge, I saw level 1 where they recalled automatically orders of operations and how to apply them reversely through PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. We used to say, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Well, in synthetic division, you do them just the opposite. Subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, exponents, and parentheses. I also saw level 2, skill concept, because students learned the various processes, such as setting the binomial to 0 before you start to solve anything, and using all the operations to organize the numbers in order to solve the equation. I saw level 3, strategic thinking, because students use reasoning in order to use the sequence of steps where the answers begin 1 degree less than the original problem had. Let's say the problem was 4x to the 5th power. The answer would always start with x to the 4th power. And how to show remainders, if one exists. The feedback on major relevance of the lesson, I was impressed at how quickly the students grasped the concept and how hands-on the teacher was. I believe in order to amp up the vigor, students could be challenged to present or construct word problems where they would have to assign values to each degree and solve the problem in a written statement while showing their work. On the EOCs, they are full of word problems. So not only would this amp up their rigor, it would also help them prepare for their end-of-course exam. And let's see, what reflective questions would you ask the teacher to help him or her increase the required depth of knowledge? We have had that conversation subsequent to our conference. And my suggestion was, how about assign, the students work in groups in that class, so I said assign a group an activity project where they must use at least 2 different resources, whether it be technology, magazines, textbooks, anything, to exhibit their equation's meaning and consequence to the answer. Students could take ownership of their learning and stretch their evidence to mastery past their comfort level. In other words, set that equation to a word problem and then make that word problem into something concrete that you can show somebody, like a magazine. If I add this one and this one and this one and this one, what do I have? There are just so many avenues you could use, but all of mathematics should be taught where it can be used in everyday life, and this is no exception. I can think of many things, including being maybe a surveyor, that you could use this. These are 12th graders that are trying to pass the EOC to get out of high school. So some of these, this is their second or third time to take it. This would challenge them to step outside their box.